My fellow terrorists, we are 15 years into this new century. The dusk of those 15 years has seen infidels on our sand and in the skies above us. The dusk of those 15 years have given birth to a new generation waging jihad against the infidels. The dusk of those 15 years has seen a vicious recession spread across our caliphate. It has been, and still is, a hard time for many. But tonight, we turn the page. Tonight, after a breakthrough year for the Islamic State, our caliphate is growing and creating jobs. Our unemployment rate is now lower than it was before, thanks mainly to the execution of gays and adulterers. More of our kids are taking up Kalashnikovs than ever before. More of our people have become martyrs than ever before. We are as free from freedom as we've been in almost 1,400 years. Islamic State, for all that we've endured, for all the grit and hard work required to build the caliphate, for all the tasks that lie ahead, know this: the shadow of Iraq and Syria has passed, and the state of the state is strong. At this moment, our economy is still young. We are in the process of releasing a currency we can call our own. This will be released in the coming months when the infidels leave us alone. Our oil revenue is down. The infidels are using less oil from our sands, and global prices have fallen to new lows. That is why, starting from next month, we will be remarketing our crude oil as a luxury line of beauty products. Women will put anything on their face if they believe it will make them look beautiful, and they are willing to pay handsomely for the privilege. So, from next month, we should see a 5-fold increase in revenue from our crude oil. But oil is not the only revenue stream in crisis. Ransom payments are down. Our recent demand for $200 million has not been paid. The infidels continue to refuse to pay our ransoms. And we continue to kill hostages at an alarming rate. Keeping hostages secure and fed and clothed is expensive. Not to mention the costs for the video editing and the appearance fee our brother Jihadi John charges us. And every time we kill a hostage, we are making a loss. That is why, over the coming months, we will be re-evaluating our strategy to use our remaining hostages instead, to create a new line of face coverings for our fighters that are not only bright and cheerful, but are also sun-smart. Also down is the jizya tax, the tax we place on Christians and other non-believers. Quite honestly, we must stop slaughtering them. The tax they pay provides health care for our injured fighters, education for our children, such as small arms kindergarten and suicide bomber playgroups. It also provides finance to the ISIS leadership for things of high importance, such as bunkers to provide protection against the infidel bombs and expensive new watches. These things are important to us. We must increase our jizya tax immediately so that we can have better health care, better education, and better watches. At this moment, with shrinking oil revenues, diminishing ransom payments, and depressed jizya, our economy is in recession. But we will rise from that recession freer to write our own future than any other nation on earth. It is now up to us to choose who we want to be over the next 15 years and for the decades to come. The strength of our economy is tied to the strength of our jihad. Today, we wage our war in what is left of Syria and Iraq. We are on the borders of Turkey and Jordan. Our reach continues to grow across the globe with strategic alliances being formed, such as in Nigeria with those idiots, our brothers, Boko Haram. We continue to fight, to grow the caliphate, but we have to remain vigilant. We are not invincible. Infidels continue to bomb our leaders and our fighters from the air, while the Peshmerga fight us on the ground. And our recent loss in Kobani has been a setback. The infidels would say we fled Kobani. The infidels would say we lost Kobani. But I am here today to tell you, we did not flee. We did not lose. We initiated a strategic withdrawal. And the good news is that many new martyrs were created as a result. And for every martyr sent to paradise, a family somewhere has lost a father, a son, a brother. That is why we will set up a new scheme to help families that have lost loved ones. A scheme where widows can again be of use to society by fetching water to the fighters on the front line. And of course, we will take care of the young boys by giving them better education, weapons training instead of toilet training, teaching the children to get ahead, literally. And young girls will be given the honor of becoming suicide bombers or young brides for our fighters. I want our actions to tell every child in every village, your life matters, if you're a boy. And we are as committed to improving your life chances as we are for our own boys. I want future generations to know that we are a people who see our differences as a great gift, as long as your views and beliefs are identical to ours. And that we are a people who value the dignity and worth of every citizen who is a man, young and straight. Of course, of no worth are women, the elderly, blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, Indians, immigrants, Americans, and gays. I want our children to grow up in a caliphate that shows the world what we know to be true, that we are more than a collection of third world villages, that we are the Islamic State. My fellow terrorists, we are a strong, tight-knit family. We have made it through some hard times. And 15 years into this century, we have picked ourselves up, dusted ourselves off, and begun to work building the Islamic State. We've laid a new foundation. A brighter future is ours to write. Let's begin this new chapter together, and let's start the work right now. Thank you. Good night, and may the odds be forever in your favor. No, may the force be with you. No, may the hair on your toes never fall off. Are we done yet? I have a pedicure appointment to get to.